Since you've been away, I found that I can't bear to live. I sit around, my head is down, nothing much to say. Another guy, well, his life is blessed. so bad. You lost all the glory you had, but I can help you, and I can be there again. Just lean down on me, share your burden, your pain. But you must learn to give away all your suffering on that day. 'Cause I can ease and I can soothe. Well, what more have you to lose? So slowly does seed come to bear, and your harvest, your healing is there. Once needed His beautiful light, but now wholesome, He'd no more those lights. But I can help you, and I can be there again. Yeah, just lean down on me, share your burden, your pain. But you must learn to give away all your suffering on that day. 'Cause I can ease and I can soothe. And well, what more have you to lose? But you must learn to give away all your suffering on that day. 'Cause I can ease and I can soothe. And well, what more have you to lose? Shut down again all my frustration. Every time, what will it take for you to see that I am free? Watching the hands on the clock face reminds me that time stops eventually when we're apart. Time it slows down and the hours hurt me. How many days did we spend on our own in that first golden September? Was there a time when I thought I can't live here without her? No. If we live for 1,000 years, I live it with you. High hopes for low lies, dry your tears. Oh, but who am I fooling? Counting the months like the cars in the road, how they taunt me here and gone. Drunk by design as the rain fell straight down and the wind blew through. Dancing around to the rhythm of lifestyle denies me real certainty. Time without age, years without withering, not for me. If we live for 1,000 years, I'd live it with you. High hopes for low lies, dry your tears. Oh, but who am I fooling? If we live for 1,000 years, I will live it with you. High hopes for low lies, dry your tears. Oh, but who am I Whatever made you think that there will always be someone to walk along beside you and shield you from the sun? We've seen a million times how it can all end up in tears, but now the time has come for you to face up to your fears. There's no right turn that I can make. I was wrong, that's why you left. And the people that you loved who loved you, you used like all the rest. The leaves lie with the liquor bottles, broken, tired and old. But I can see the hammer falling gently, cruelly cold. The shame into a trap, and I can't describe the things I see. I can't wait another day. I'm sitting alone in between. I'll get freedom. I'm changing my view. I'll get freedom. I plan to walk on, the strings of the past, they hold me back. Unequal to the end, you always gave more than I asked. I'll get freedom. No more in my view. I'll get freedom. You're stifling my air. You're making it hard for me to breathe. And you stop my flow, restricting my urge to get up and leave. I'll get freedom. No image of you. I'll get freedom. And I'll get freedom. And I'll get freedom. And I'll get freedom. Freedom.
I would like to begin just with a passage of Scripture from Psalm 46. This is what it says. God is our place of refuge, and He gives us strength. He is always there to help us in times of trouble. We meet on this solemn moment to worship God, to celebrate and to give thanks for the life, I'm going to give him his full title, Collie Stewart. Known to most folk as Collie. We're here to commend him to God's loving and faithful care, and to pray for all who mourn. In the presence of death, Christ offers us sure ground for hope and confidence and even joy, because He shared our human life and death. Let us pray. Loving Heavenly Father, You are indeed our refuge and our strength. You are a helper, close at hand in times of trouble. Today, we would remember the immediate family, especially his loving and devoted father, Donny. We pray for Collie's brothers and sisters, the wider family, and all the friends and people that knew, respected, and loved Collie. Father God, help us to hear Your words of comfort here today, that our fears may be dispelled, that our hurting hearts may be eased, and our hope reawakened. May Your Holy Spirit lift us above our sorrow here today to the place of peace and the presence of Your constant love. Loving God, who brought us to birth, Help us to live as those who are prepared for death. Enable us to hear your message of death overcome, life renewed, and that as each of us face the mystery of death, we would see the light of your eternity. Father, thank you for the life of Collie. Thank you for the joy that he has brought to so many people. Thank you for his free spirit, his determination, and thank you for all the memories that the family and friends can and will hold on to. Hear our prayers this day, for we ask them in the name of Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. I'd like to read another passage of Scripture that I read in the home. It's from the Old Testament, and it's from the book of Ecclesiastes, and it's chapter 3. And it's read at moments like today. It says, "There is a time for everything. There is a time for everything that is done on earth. There is a time to be born, and there is a time to die. There is a time to plant, and there's a time to pull up what is planted. There is a time to kill, and there's a time to heal. There is a time to tear down, and there's a time to build up. There is a time to weep, and there's a time to laugh. There is a time to be sad, and there is a time to dance. There is a time to scatter stones, and a time to gather them. There is a time to embrace someone, and there's a time not to embrace. There is a time to search and a time to stop searching. There is a time to keep, and there's a time to throw away. There is a time to tear, and there's a time to mend. There is a time to be silent, and there's a time to speak. There is a time to love, and there's a time to hate. There is a time for war, and there's a time for peace." Collie was born on the 23rd of February, 1971, and he went to school in the D. Now, for all you blow-ins, all you people from across the water, that's Donegal in our language. Us locals call it the D. And so I asked, I says, "What did Collie work at?" And I had a bit of a think. I said, "You know what? We don't think he actually had it." He had a free spirit, and he was a lovely artist. So, to give Collie a bit more justice, there's 5 people I'm going to invite up to speak. Now, the warning is, we're giving them 5 minutes each. And if you seem to go on too long, I have a taser gun here, so but I'm going to invite Stuart up first.
You'll have to bear with me, I wasn't really expecting to be doing this. I'm just going to share a few memories I have of Collie with you. I only vaguely knew Collie before I started a relationship with his niece Samantha. Lucky for me, Collie had a kind and loving nature, as we might not have got off to a good start. As when mine and Samantha's relationship started, Collie's mum Norma and Dad Donnie used to ask me out for a Sunday dinner. Most weeks, Collie was a no-show, and me being a food lover, combined with Norma's lovely chicken chasseur dinners, I normally ate his as well. All of which was okay, until the odd time, in true Collie style, he arrived late, but a late show to me and Norma was a no-show. So he was normally a bit miffed to find out I'd already eaten his dinner. But we shared a laugh and a joke about it, and all was good. Our friendations for mine and Collie's friendship was underway. I also had many other privileges of being Collie's friend. I got to be in many of our friends' families' houses for personal gigs, in living rooms, kitchens, even the back door steps of our house. I could go on and on, there were so many memories. At the one I hold in my heart the most, which was ironically 8 years ago today, is the privilege me and my wife's mum will have of Collie playing a set at our wedding. But true to Collie's style, I give him the running order for songs and when to play our wedding song, none of which went to my plan. Only his. But he got them all in and more for good measure. And we always treasure that our wedding song was sung by the legend Collie Stewart. So I just want to thank you, Collie, for all the memories you give us. Be your personal big bouncer, Stuarty.
Samantha is going to come up and say a few words.
There's a lot you'll have to bear with me, I'm afraid. Well, Collie, what can I say, mate? He was one of a kind. He was a cheeky chappie. He was very intelligent, he was artistic, and he was very, very funny. I, for one, have to be honest, I didn't really like Collie. At the beginning, because all he ever used to do was give me abuse, dog's abuse. His usual one, and I'm sure you'll all, the first thing he ever said to me was, "R.I.P, Benlegs." I used to see him coming and think, oh God, here we go. That banter turned into a beautiful friendship. In all our years, we never had a crossword. Started off well, didn't it? I was honoured that Collie used to look after my kids whenever I went on a bender. He used to look after them Friday and Saturday night whenever I was like getting wrecked. I had to pay him, obviously. My two kids absolutely loved him, still do. They're heartbroken. The only part they didn't like was whenever they used to dangle them by their feet up the banister. Our friendship grew, even whenever I moved to England. He used to come and see me and Paul, and he played at our birthdays. It was just an excuse for a party. But we also had to pay for him to come. He eventually fell in love with Barrow just like I did. And he decided to move over. He was only supposed to stay with me for a few weeks until he got sorted. 18 months later, he was still there. Collie's music career went through the roof, and people and his funny ways and his fantastic music just captured. It was just amazing. I could talk to Collie about anything, and he absolutely had the patience of the same for me. We all have our own special memories of Collie, and I will cherish mine forever. Collie, you rest easy, pal. I love you very much.
It's no easy thing to stand up here on a day like today and express your thoughts, but Kenny is going to come up and say a few words.
Collie Stewart, aka Cooter, Botsy, Colwaji, and this must be my favourite, Colliewood. Just thought that was classic. We remember and pay tribute to our dear friend, son, brother. And our thoughts are with Donnie and the family, and with Sam and Paul and the old Barrow family. Our hearts are broken. I'm very honoured to be able to stand up here and to pay tribute to a great friend. We've lost someone very, very precious and very special to us all, and for that our hearts are broken, and for us the world's considerably less funny, less sunny, and musically poor. I met Collie when we were teenagers in the D. He was actually chasing me down the street with Jeff Strain and Willie Angus to give me a kick. I was a tiny, you see, so I was able to talk him out of that, and we became friends. And boy, we shared a heck of a lot of laughs together. A lot of serious moments, a lot of cider, a lot of beer. And a lot of those experiences were just normal things teenagers get up to. Collie was the funniest man I've ever met. I can easily say that there. There was always a joke and an impersonation. Always an impersonation. One of the most terrifying days of my life was my wedding day. And I'd asked Collie to be best man. And then I went, what have I done? Because I knew the speech would be. And he didn't fail. And I remember just leaning under the table, punching him in the back of the leg. Oh, I was mortified. My wife says she's never seen me as terrified in my life. But it was so funny, I'll remember it all my life. And he gave us so many laughs. And as I say, Collie was great at impersonations. He did everyone from Big Ian to the boy down the street. He always dreaded if he would do you. You didn't know if he was doing you. But he was funny. He was a musical prodigy. He was talented and gifted, and he brought happiness, humour and joy through his wit and his musical talent. And this actually seemed to begin in church. And I remembered one of the first songs, it wasn't the first, but he sang a song called People Need the Lord. And I remember sitting in church and you're sort of cringing because your mate's getting up to sing and you're going, oh, is he going to bomb here? And I near fell off my seat, he was that good. And he just went on from there to being an amazingly accomplished musician. And he blessed us all. He played Donegal and he went out into the wider world. He went over to Happy's over in England and then over to Barrow. And he went to USA, Hong Kong and Kuwait. I didn't realise he went to Kuwait. But then he settled in Barrow after a planned few days trips. But we used to joke, we used to go, some go to Hollywood, others go to New York, but Collie went to Barrow in France. But he loved it. He loved it so much there, and he flourished there. I used to love looking at Facebook and seeing all the gigs he was doing in the Derby, the Townhouse, the Blackcock, and all these different funny places. The laughs he was having and all the friends that he had made over there. He was happy and content. He didn't want the big time. He wanted to be happy. He wanted to have a laugh, and he found that in Barrow, in fairness. And boy, did Collie love life. He lived it to the full, and he crammed an awful lot into those 46 years. He enjoyed living, he enjoyed loving, he enjoyed people, and Jamesons as well. Now, Collie was, not many people maybe will know this, but Collie was a man of faith. He was a man of sharp intellect and mulled over the deep things of life, and he had faith. In fact, he pointed me to faith. For several years we went to church together, we experienced faith in God, and I'd only spoken to him a couple of days previous about going over to see him, and we were talking about just things in the past, and Collie had a lot of tough questions about faith and things. Who doesn't? God's able to handle those tough questions. But the reality is that God loved Collie, and God had laid his hand upon Collie's life. Collie was an artist, musically, comically, intellectually, and I think he coloured all our lives in a great way, and in so many ways. And like it's been said, he was he was an independent spirit, couldn't be tied down, he did his own thing, he would just be with you a minute and then he'd disappear, or Collie. But that was Collie, and he helped make life brighter, funnier, and a lot less boring for all of us. It was so nice to hear from some of the boys in Barrow of the input and contribution that he made to them and to the music scene over there. I just think that's lovely. He's left part of that musical legacy over there. Collie has left us way, way too soon. He's left a very big hole that's been left in our lives that no one else could ever fill. But he's left us with a lot of fantastic memories, countless laughs, embarrassing and funny moments. And these are very precious and will always remain in our hearts. The mold was broken the day God made Collie. There'll never be another. And I'm so privileged to have known him as my friend. So Collie, goodbye my friend, adieu. I will so miss you. Life will never be the same again. Thank you for your friendship. Until we meet on the other side, good night and God bless.
ask Gary to come forward.
Dearly beloved, we're here today to get through this thing called life. How apt. I remember the first time I went down to the D, 1996. My then girlfriend said if there were any particular type of flag hanging outside the studio, we'd turn right around and drive away. Luckily that wasn't the case, and we drove past the LOL way before social media. I walked up a dark alley and entered a cold, damp blue room. In that room was a spectacularly 80s coiffeur drummer, living in a cave. Two good-looking lads, one with a husky voice, one shy, introverted, and lurking there in the corner was this kind of elfish, Moby-esque type character. Small man with a sort of curious and enigmatic appearance. The keyboard player and the DJ, well, they turned up when they felt like it. They played a few songs, and I was like, wow, this is awful. Songs such as Stroke, Love Me, Love You were absolutely atrocious, and we quickly consigned those to the dustbin. But the boy in the corner had something. That boy could sing. From that thin frame came a contra-tenor voice that, when warm, soared. We all became friends. Practice led to practice, to recording, gigging in front of crowds, sometimes in double figures. But we didn't care. We let our creative force rise to the heavens, and this band of 7 brothers just did their thing, with an introvert, talented, at times tortured soul conducting our orchestra. We laughed out loud until we cried. We disagreed, we bickered, we lied, we spoofed a bit, and then some more. We raked, we played, we knocked down doors. We played in Hong Kong around 2006. It was a watershed in many ways. This band of brothers found their wings and moved on to the next adventure. Germany, Argentina, India, Kuwait, the US. He still owes me a few quid. We played in Kuwait. There were about 6 bands. Me and Collie were the first band on. So we got there earliest to sound check and drank the green room dry for 6 bands in a dry country. They were not happy. So Collie went to Barrow. He found his calling, his crowd, new friends, making his way through life at, if not 100 miles an hour, not far off. The beard grew, the gut widened, but importantly, the voice grew soulful, gravelly and smooth at the same time, more passionate with some urgency. Those songs from the early days are so pertinent now, tinged with melancholy. Lonely friend, I'll sail away, only you. Maybe all seem to reflect a pensive mind. Not bad for a lad whose favourite band in the early days was Bros. So here we are today, size of the crowd, an indication of love. Ashes to ashes, junk to junkie, Collie Stewart, our D-side drunkie. Hurt, pain, shock, disbelief, anger, just some of the emotions that Collie felt when it was his round. We're here in a kind of church. The bar, the pub was Collie's church, the altar his stage, this pulpit, lectern his microphone. How beautifully apt to see him away from here. Goodbye, my friend. Gone too soon. You're mad, you're bad, your purple rain is gone. But music, love and friendship endure forever, beyond this mortal coil. You rest easy now, we've got you from here. Today we'll send you off D-style. We'll stay here for you. You sail away.
And finally, I'm going to ask Joe to come forward. Joe is a the last one with Collie.
I've got it on my phone about things, so you'll have to bear with me. It won't be 5 minutes. Lucky if it's one. This is just something that Chris thought of, which I think is really sort of just perfect for how I think he felt about all of us back in Barrow, in one of his many impersonations from Lord of the Rings. I don't know half of you, half as well as I should like, and I like less than half of you, half as well as you deserve. I think Gandalf was the only one who got that. So this is just speaking on behalf of all of us from Barrow. So thank you really for loving us, believing in us, inspiring us in our music and in life, being a role model to many, so many young musicians, a bandmate, a brother, a father, but most of all just for being a loyal friend to all of us. He looked after us and we looked after him. We miss you and we love you. And people from Barrow are just down here if you wanted to stand up so everyone knows who we are. I know some of you already stood up. I shouldn't have come back because one of the things he always used to say was, it's Collie Stewart in the rumours, not Joe Garnett in the rumours.
I got my hopes up there, I thought I was going for the taser gun. Just to bring things to a close, whenever you say a wee red heart, you think of love. And I shared this with the family in the house. So what I want to give you is a wee memory of today. On the way out, I'm going to leave this down at the front here. On the way out, just pick up a wee red heart and put it in your purse or put it in your wallet. And that will make reference to Ecclesiastes verse, today is a day for sadness and crying and grief, but time is a lovely healer. And someday in the future, I don't know when, that wee heart, you'll just pop out your purse, your wallet, put a wee smile on your face, and remember all the things that Collie impacted your life. Let us pray. Father of all comfort and God of all mercy, we pray for those whom we love but no longer see. Grant them your peace. Let your light perpetual shine upon them, and in your loving wisdom and almighty power, work in them the good purpose of your perfect will, through Jesus Christ our Lord. And we say the prayer that Jesus himself taught us. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Catherine, would you please stand?
Just watched what they did to you. You were stuck there with lies made of glue, and I can feel guilty. I I shouldn't feel anything at all, because when you left me I was just a boy. I was so young and so naive. I'm still angry that you had to leave. I won't live my life this way. Trying to live now, it holds no joy, because when you left me I was just a boy. And I can't help your needs. Still I need you now, but you're not around. Said I can't help your needs. Still I need you now, but you're not around. Now the passing years bring me no peace, though your memory lingers. At least I see you stand beside me. You're always by me, lest I should fall. I said I'll always love you, always be your boy. And I can't help your needs. Still I need you now, but you're not around. Said I can't help your needs. Still I need you now, but you're not around. Said I can't help your need, but you know I need you now. Still you're not around. Said I can't. You're not around.
Sweet! All right, we've got Morph here from Ireland. We're going to check him out. This is Collie with Morph from Ireland. We're going to visit with him in a minute, find out what the deal is. You ready to go, Collie?
I'm born ready, mate.
You look like you're born ready.
Born ready.
I like that type. All right, go ahead and go to them.
Here we go. 1,000 years. Watching the hands on the clock face reminds me that time stops eventually when we're apart. Time it slows down and the hours hurt me. How many days did we spend on our own in that first golden September? Was there a time when I thought I can't live here with counting the months like the cars in the road, how they taunt me here and gone. Drunk by design as the rain fell straight down and the wind blew through. Dancing around to the rhythm of lifestyle denies me real certainty. Time without age, years without withering, not for me. If we live for 1,000 years, I will live it with you. High hopes for low lives, dry your tears. How much fool am I fooling? If we live for 1,000 years, I will live it with you. High hopes for low lives, dry your tears. How much fool am I fooling? Now, thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, Austin. Hi, Austin. How y'all doing? Hi, everybody. Hi, John. Everybody watching.
Yeah, thanks so much for coming out.
It's a pleasure. Pleasure to be here. Doing all of it? Okay. Okay. It's a bit out of tune now, but hold on. Yeah, I like it live. Okay, this is a song written about Mike. It's called Mike's Bunker. He's the king of reality in a jackstone state of mind. He bets a pair that's in his hand. He wants 3 of a kind. Stares out the window, past the trees and into air. Wish himself across the world somewhere. Conspiracies in Texas, conspiracies at home. He can't leave the recliner, paranoia's on the phone. Out of position, short stack under the gun. They had you on the turn, but now the rivers come you for one, and life goes do 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 do. Now there's enemies on the doorstep with a snodgrass maneuver. It's a real chronic state of affairs. I need to show these people here who really is the loser. Losing faith, but Mike, he really cares. Now he cares about the planet, cares about the birds and trees, cares about his dwindling grass, but doesn't care who sees. Waiting for the tribulation, planning for his hibernation. Dig that bunker faster, boys, 'cause death is on the breeze, and life goes do 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 do. Yeah, first the second coming, then alien invasion, and lastly is a past that's oh so far away. You live and then you die. Laughs but never cries. Did the job but never got the pay. And Mike goes do 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 do. Do 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 yeah yeah do 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 do. They had me on the turn, but now the rivers come, I'm done.
Wow, that is awesome.
I do.
I want to interview you, and then I want to, when you get on the camera, tell me. Oh, okay. Just a minute. Hey. Yeah, bring the mic, honey. Hey, welcome back. You're watching somewhere else, but we had a lot of video footage.
You did, yes.
This is Collie, and your band is called Morph.
Yes, it's Morph. We're from County Down, Northern Ireland. And we've been here for 5 weeks. We were meant to go home, 3-4 days ago. We're staying.
Y'all are staying for how long?
We don't know.
Oh my gosh, y'all are having so much fun in the country. Look, go up more. That's Mike. That's the song, that last song is about. Mike, Collie, why?
Well, Mike's fond of the old conspiracy theory things.
I love that stuff.
And he's preparing for the end of the world, but he wants to dig a bunker and put lots of canned food and lots of other things.
Oh, yeah, all the other things have to be with us too.
Yeah, we need other stuff.
Other stuff. You're cute. I tried to do the Irish accent.
It was close.
I just suck. I don't even want to try. I don't.
It's amazing the amount of people we've met here in Austin who pretend to be Irish.
He
or
said
Scottish.
a wee bit on the phone.
bit.
Mike said a wee bit. And I was like, oh. I opened the phone. I was like, I said a wee bit.
A wee bit. Can I do this? Sorry.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Hooray.
This is fun. This is when everything's going well. Okay.
Okay.
This is when I'm real pissed off. And they suck. And
bell.
yeah, and sometimes it's heavy.
The bell.
I threaten to throw this at people. But it's okay.
Sorry, so we have
Double
no
D's
bells,
like
just
don't
sign
even
it.
go there. So tell me, you guys came over here from Ireland.
Yep. We came all the way from Ireland just because of Austin and its reputation for live music. And like I say, been here for 5 weeks. We aren't going home. You're going to have to actually chuck us out of the country.
Awesome.
Come on, I'll fight yous all.
Where have you guys been playing? Like in Austin, where have y'all been playing?
I've got 2 residencies, by the way, here in Austin. I play every Friday in Maggie May's from 6:30 to 9:30.
Oh, sweet.
And I play in Mother Egan's Irish pub
Irish pub.
every Sunday for brunch.
But of course.
For brunch from 12 to
Is that
3.
okay?
From 12 to 3.
God bless you, son.
It's
God
only
bless
a wee bit over there, a trip or something. I
God
don't
bless
know.
you all. Stop hitting me with your Harley sticks.
He said, what did you say to a lift? Would you give me a lift?
Lift.
A lift? And I was
Yeah.
like, and then when I said, we'll come by, and I was talking really, really fast to him on the phone.
It's okay, we talk fast too.
But yeah, it was hard to understand. I got
Like, he
Didn't
had a
really
weird
matter, your
van,
voice
but there was
sounded
like
good anyway.
72 of 'em.
Sweet. So, if I wanted to get a hold of you here in Austin, Texas, like how would I get a hold of you in Austin, Texas?
Well, we have our MySpace page as well.
Oh, well, how does that MySpace thing go?
Well, it's www.myspace.com/Morphsville.
Morphsville.
MORPHSVILLE, the home of Morph.
Morphsville.
Morphsville.
That's awesome.
Nice.
That was
album.
really beautiful. Now, like, you have to tell me. Okay, I know I should know this because I live in the music capital of the world. Is it?
The world, yes.
The world.
The whole world.
Okay. When you come out as an acoustic guitarist by yourself, you're called a band still, right? Like,
Well,
I guess.
I guess I'm a band.
Right, they're bands. They're bands. Right here. He's got it on there.
The actual disc.
Oh, I see.
Gonna play your little music.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Is there a track you like in particular?
Well, it's the very last one is called The Storm. It's my personal favorite. It's quite slow and lovely and beautiful.
Like me, but I'm not really that slow. Well, sometimes I am. I'm really,
You look
I embarrass myself sometimes on this show, but I decided I'm gonna accept it.
absolutely. You
Yeah.
don't go changing.
I was
Don't
gonna,
do
and then I decided either I can't watch my own show anymore, or I can just.
It's all crap.
Oh, fuck you, man, Mexican. You're crap. Hey, look, I have a flying monkey.
I've heard that about
monkey.
you.
Yeah, check it out. What
Yeah.
time? What time is it anyway? I'm gonna make sure we're doing okay.
In Northern Ireland, yeah, we use the
What was
great,
the question?
in Northern Ireland, do we use the euro or the pound? We use the Great British Pound still. But down south,
What
we
the
use
hell are y'all talking about?
the Great British money.
Money.
Yeah, and by the way,
I don't ever have that.
And by the way, our pound is worth 2 of your dollars now.
A pound.
Alright.
Look, watch my flying monkey. It even makes a noise. Isn't that rad? Do that. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I love it. I got this for my birthday from one of our board whores. So have you been out to roller derby? Have you guys been out
No, we haven't, and we are looking forward to it.
You know what? You got to come out to roller derby. I wish I had a gift for you.
Well,
You know,
that's
normally
okay.
people come on my show and give me something. Remember that. But
Yeah,
I
but there's a
wish-
pill for
Till
that.
Yeah, we'll be here until 10. In fact, I'm looking at the time because I'm nervous. Okay, so we have 8 minutes.
Let me just say.
Sweet. Do
let
you
me
want to take
just
some
say-
calls? Because they're dumb.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
But let me just say, yeah, I want to say I'm playing in Stubbs on the 19th.
You're playing at Stubbs?
19th of
On
July.
the 19th?
9 o'clock inside.
I'm going to have to go to that. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to totally go to that. I've got connections.
I will have a bass guitar player and a drummer too. Hi,
Oh.
Brent. Hi, Lenny.
So are these guys that you're getting in your band? They're from here, from
Yeah,
Austin?
Yeah, yeah.
Brent?
Brent, you know Brent.
Oh, Brent saw me half naked at the KLBJ prom, and it sucked. And I'm gonna keep saying it sucked. They sucked really bad.
Yeah.
Did he tell you that he saw me half naked?
He
at
didn't mention what state he saw you in, but he just said to give you a kiss and tell him to remember Brent.
Thank
Or Brent.
you. So I'm gonna come on the 19th, Stubbs.
19th Stubbs. Be there.
That's really awesome. You can't really say that.
Or be rectangular.
Yeah, you can be rectangular.
Be
'Cause
rectangular.
I don't give a fuck about that, but yeah. So wait, I wasn't at
9
sure.
o'clock inside. It's inside.
Oh wait. I wanted to ask you something else. South by Southwest.
Yes.
You've heard about South by Southwest
have.
here in Austin, Texas.
Yes, yes.
Are you already set up, but with South by for venue to play and stuff?
Not just yet.
You need to get on that shit.
Yeah.
Mike, while you're
Yeah.
building your bunker, you might want to. That's not right. It sucked again. I so suck at accents.
Well, sure, it's all right. The way you, looking as good as you do, you don't need to.
You
have
know what? You got
accent.
those bibs. I got the hair.
See?
Some people ask me if I got a weave.
A wee?
A weave.
A weave. All right.
Do they have weaves in Ireland?
We just weave linen and stuff.
Weave.
So carpets. We weave carpets.
Ah!
Rugs.
Can you have a carpet sent over?
I could send you a good Irish carpet.
I would like that.
Of course, it'll be
That's
green.
cool. Is that like something really popular? And you make carpets?
Well,
in
yeah.
Ireland?
Well, it's so cold. You have to have carpets.
It's so cold.
Really.
Is it
cold.
really cold all the time?
And it's really wet at the minute.
So you left your family and everybody?
I left my family and my monkey bike and my little dog.
You have a monkey?
Monkey bike.
What the hell's a monkey bake?
It's a really small motorbike. It's about that height, and it's brilliant.
Oh, a bike.
A bike.
He's saying bike.
Monkey bike. What do you think? I said monkey bite.
A monkey something. I don't know, but
Sort of
you
a
have
monkey.
a little monkey bike.
Monkey bike. Nyeh.
Oh, can we have it shipped over? I would love to
Oh, we
see
should.
on your monkey bike.
We were going to bring it to the Rot Rally. We're going to bring ours to the Rot
The
Rally.
monkey. Oh, we were at the Rot Rally. You know what? I really am really glad that you came out here finally. We were
glad.
gonna have you guys on a while back. You're watching Up Late Austin with the Mouth. Yeah. All right. We're gonna go ahead and go back to him, so you can take your microphone back over.
I'm taking the mic. I'm going.
He's going. You're so awesome.
Thank you.
I'm gonna get some pictures and put them up on MySpace. You guys can check it out. He is Collie with Morph. And you're watching Up Late Austin, and I will see you next Monday. We're on, right, Robert?
Yeah, sure.
We better be here. I'm gonna start kicking fucking ass around here.
That's right.
Thanks, Austin, Texas, for tuning in every week. Check out Collie with Morph.
Okay, here we go.
The wind is blowing harder now than I have seen in years. My baby's gone away again, away to hide her tears. The sky is getting darker now. The moonlight's all but gone. And all that's left of me to do is lose myself in song. 'Cause there's a storm coming, And if I ever see your face again, I would surely die. Now I can't stop the rain tonight, but I wanna give you shelter. Instead I lie alone without you and howl just like this weather. The sky's so black and empty now, without the fragrant moon. And all that's left in me to do is never done too soon. 'Cause there's a storm coming across your eyes, and if I ever see your face again, I would surely die. 'Cause there's a storm coming across your eyes, and if I ever see your face again, I would surely die. And if I only knew, would this change anything at all? If I can just pull through, will this change anything at all? I swear I never knew. Does this change anything at all? I never want to lose you. Will this change anything at all?
Thank you.
The wind is blowing harder now than I've seen in years. My baby's gone away again, away to hide her tears. The sky is getting darker now, the moonlight's all but gone. And all that's left for me to do is lose myself in song. Cause there's a storm coming across your eyes, and if I ever see your face again, I would surely die. Now I can't stop the rain tonight, but I wanna give while, just like this weather. The sky's so black and empty now, without the fragrant moon. And all that's left in me to do is never done too soon. 'Cause there's a storm coming across your eyes, and if I ever see your face again, I would surely die. Yeah, 'cause there's a storm coming in across your eyes, and if I ever see your face again, I would surely die. Yeah, and if I only knew, would this change anything at all? Yeah, if I can just pull through, will this change anything at all? Yeah, I swear I never knew. Will this change anything at all? Yeah, and I never want to lose you. Will this change anything at all? Watching the hands on the clock face remind me that time stops eventually when we're apart. Time slows down and the hours hurt me. How many days did we spend on our own in that first golden September? Was there a time when I thought I can't live here without her? No. If we live for 1,000 years, I would live it with you. High hopes for low lies, dry your tears. How much who am I fooling? Counting the months like the cars in the road, how they taunt me here and gone. Drunk by design as the rain fell straight down and the wind blew through. Dancing around to the rhythm of lifestyle denies me real certainty. Time without age, years without weathering, not for me. If we live for 1,000 years, I will live it with you. High hopes for low life, dry your tears. How much am I fooling? If we live for 1,000 years, I will live it with you. High hopes for low life, dry your tears. How much am I fooling? Watching the hands on the clock face reminds me that time stops. Eventually, when we're apart, time it slows down and the hours hurt me. How many days did we spend on our own in that first golden September? Was there a time when I thought I can't live here without her? No. If we live for 1,000 years, I live it with you. High hopes for low lies, dry your tears. How but who am I fooling? Counting the months like the cars in the road, how they taunt me here and gone. Drunk by design as the rain fell straight down and the wind blew through. Dancing around to the rhythm of lifestyle denies me real certainty. Time without age, years without withering, not for me. Yeah. If we live for 1,000 years, I will live it with you. High hopes for low lies, dry your tears. How but who am I fooling? If we live for 1,000 years, I will live it with you. High hopes for low lies, dry your tears. How but who am I fooling?
How about that? Collie Stewart from Morph. 3 things to tell you about. The Gong Show tomorrow, tap room at 6 Lounge. Saturday, he's going to be at Ruta Maya. And then on Monday, June 11th, he will be at Momo's. Stay tuned. Let's catch you up in the 8 o'clock hour and then more music.
You're my lonely friend. You're my only friend. I need you next to me on Sunday evening. You're my lonely friend. You're my only friend. and I can't describe the things I see. I can't wait another day. I'm sitting alone in between. I'll get freedom. I'm changing my view. I'll get freedom. I plan to walk on, but strings of the past, they hold me back. Unequal to the end, you always gave more than I asked. I'll get freedom, no more in my view. I'll get freedom. You're stifling my air, you're making it hard for me to breathe. And you stop my flow, restricting my urge to get up and leave. I'll get freedom, no image of you. I'll get freedom. And I'll get freedom. And I'll get freedom. Freedom, freedom. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm just fresh off the boat from Ireland. Well, not really, I've been here a month. And I live in County Down, which is in Northern Ireland. It's very beautiful. The whole of Ireland is beautiful. Go to Ireland. You'll be very welcome. You can stay in my place, all of you. Every single last one of you. Okay, yeah, I'm going to do the first song I ever wrote. It's a song called Beautiful Lies, which was written about my landlord. Because he had some baggage. It's a good job. He just didn't leave it in the house. So, yeah, a song called Beautiful Lies goes like this. Untrusting, unwilling to try, unyielding, content to get by. So what happened? What made it so bad? You lost all the glory you had. I can help you, I can be there again. Just lean down on me, share your burden, your pain. But you must learn to give away all your suffering on that day. 'Cause I can ease and I can soothe, and well, what more have you to lose? harvest, your healing is there. Once needed His beautiful light. Now you're wholesome, He no more's light. I can help you, and I can be there again. Just lean down on me, share your burden, your pain. But you must learn to give away all your suffering on that day. 'Cause I can ease and I can soothe. And well, what more have you to lose? But you must learn to give away all your suffering on that day. 'Cause I can ease and I can soothe. And well, what more have you to lose? Thank you very much. Yes, we're going to go see the fireworks later on, are we? Can we see the fireworks from here? Excellent. I've never seen fireworks as big as yours. Everything's bigger in Texas, isn't it? So they say. Though I've never had any. Well, anyway. Yeah, I'm going to do a soul song. This is a song I wrote because I love soul. Otis Redding and Wilson Pickett and Solomon Burke and Aretha and, sure, the list goes on. So I tried to write a soul song that sounds something like this. I'm so low, lonely too. Pain so hard to bear, I have no one else, I am lacking you. Since you've been away, I found that I can't bear to live. I sit around, my head is down, nothing much to say. 'Cause I don't mind the rain, it hides all my tears and pain. I heard, yeah, I heard you love another guy. Well, his life is blessed, he's loving you now, I'm second best. No, I'll never find another love, not like the love we had, but now it's gone, I feel too bad. my soul and made me blue. And now could we ever be any more than love's lost dream? Oh, 'cause I can't see a life that's new without you. Now so many years along, it seems we're in different worlds. So much so, I'll never ever play diamonds and pearls. 'Cause I don't mind the rain. It covers up my tears and pain. Thank you so much, folks. Yeah, you're a very beautiful audience. Yeah. I think I'll play a cover now, because that's the kind of guy I am. You know? Okay. Yeah, not that one. So at some point, the beautiful Brandy will be handing the tip jar, I imagine. This is not for me. This is just to embarrass Brandy. No problem. Yep, that's what I was working on, the railroads. Yeah, it's a song by Ray LaMontagne. Cocaine flame in my bloodstream. Sold my coal when I hit Spokane. Bought myself a hard pack of cigarettes. The early morning rain. Lately my hands, they don't feel like mine. My eyes been stung with dust and blinds. Held you in my arms one time. Lost you just the same. Jolie, I ain't about to go straight. It's too late, 'cause I found myself face down in the ditch. Booze in my hair, blood on my lips. A picture of you holding a picture of me in the pocket of my blue jeans. Still don't know what love means. Still don't know what love means. Jolie, la 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 la. Jolie, been so long since I've seen your face or felt a part of this human race. I've been living out of this air guitar case for way too long. Man needs something he can hold on to. 9-pound hammer or a woman like you. Either one of them things will do. Jolie, I ain't about to go straight. It's too late. 'Cause I found myself face down in the ditch, losing my hair, blood on my lips. A picture of you holding a picture of me in the pocket of my blue jeans. Still don't know what love means. Still don't know what love means. Jolie, la 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 la. Jolie, la 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 la. Jolie.
Thank you very much. Thank you kindly. I'll do another quick cover. Let me see. What's quick? That's quick. No, it's not. That was Hotel California, the whole lot. I suppose I have to do a kind of Irish one. This is kind of an Irish one.
I have climbed highest mountains. I have run through the field only to be with you.
Thank you. A wee Irish one. Eh? This next song is a song of Morph's second album, De Hoyer. It's a long story why it's called De Hoyer. I won't go into it, don't want to bore you. But this song is called Broken Horizon. It goes something like this.
Tried to phone you, but you didn't hear. Wanna know you, but you disappeared. People try to take you in hand, never thinking they never understand. Spiders in the cup, fashion's failing, and we watch them lie. Though the usual rules they don't apply. Yeah. I watch the broken horizon, wondering where this all went wrong. And just last night, Thank you very much. This is a song called Shallow. Whatever made you think that there will always be someone to walk along beside you and shield you from the sun? We've seen a million times how it can all end up in but now the time has come for you to up to your feet. There's no right turn that I can make. I was wrong, that's why you left. And the people that you loved, who loved you, you used like all the rest. The leaves lie with the liquor bottles, broken, tired, and old. But I can see the hammer falling gently, cruelly cold. And shallow, shallow, poor, poor, shallow soul. Sweetness, sweetness, or deceit. Shadows never seem so sweet. Pretty, free me, take me home. Free me, turn me, please, 'cause I'm undone. And shallow, shallow, poor, poor, shallow soul. Thank you very much. All right. Okay, I'm going to do some more covers. I love doing covers. She packed my bags last night, pre-flight. 0 hour, 9 a.m. And I'm gonna be high as a kite by then. I miss the earth so much, I miss my wife. that's my job 5 days a week. A rocket man, a rocket man. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not that man they think I am at home. Oh no, 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 'cause I'm a rocket man. A rocket man, burning out his fuse up there alone. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not that man they think I am at home. Oh no, 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 'cause I'm a rocket man. A rocket man, burning out his fuse up there alone. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. Yes, I think it's gonna be a long, long time. Yes, I think it's gonna be a long, long time. Yes, I think it's gonna be a long, long time. Yes, I think it's gonna be a long, long time. Thank you very much. This is an old Elton John number. Old Elton John, eh? Or Reggie, as I like to call him. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do another song by somebody else. It's quite a beautiful song. It's been 7 hours and 13 days since you took your love away. I go out every night and sleep all day since you took your love away. Since you've been gone, I can do whatever I want. I can see whomever I choose. Eat my dinner in a fancy restaurant. But nothing, I said nothing can take away these blues. Because nothing compares to you. It's been so lonely without you here. I'm like a bird without a song. Nothing can stop these lonely tears from falling. Tell me, baby, where did I go wrong? I could put my arms around every girl I see, but they'd only remind me of you. I went to the doctor and guess what he told me? Guess what he told me? He said, boy, you better try to have fun no matter what you do. But he's a fool, 'cause nothing compares to you. with me, baby, is sometimes hard, but I'm willing to give it another try. But nothing compares to you. I said nothing compares to you. I said nothing compares to you. Thank you very much. That was a song written by Prince, done by the family, and then redone by Sinead O'Connor, and redone again by me. There you are. Oh, like a redo, don't we? Okay, I'm going to play a song again off our second album. It's called 1,000 Years. Mike likes that one. See what we can do. 1,000 Years. Watching the hands on the clock face reminds me that time stops eventually when we're apart. Time it slows down and the hours hurt me. How many days did we spend on our own in that first golden September? Was there a time when I thought I can't live here without her? No. If we live for 1,000 years, I'd live it with you. High hopes for low lives, dry your tears. How much who am I fooling? Counting the months like the cars in the road, how they taunt me here and gone. Drunk by design as the rain fell straight down and the wind blew through. Dancing around to the rhythm of a lifestyle denies me real certainty. Time without age, years without withering, not for me. Yeah. If we live for 1,000 years, I'll live it with you. High hopes for low lives, dry your tears. How but who am I fooling? If we live for 1,000 years, I will live it with you. High hopes for low lives, dry your tears. How but who am I fooling? Thank you very much. Yeah. I need another drink. Okay. Yeah. This next song is a cover, but it's a cover I've taken and rearranged.
And it's by a very famous man, but it doesn't sound like him. Does that make any sense at all? It goes like this.
A very old friend came by today, 'cause he was telling everyone in town of the love that he just found. Yes, Marie's the name of his latest flame. He just talked and talked and talked and talked. Then I heard him say that she had the longest, blackest hair, prettiest green eyes anywhere. And yes, Marie's the name of his latest flame. Though I smiled, the tears inside were burning. I wished him luck and then he said goodbye. Now he was gone, but still his words returned to me. What else was there for me to do but cry? Now would you believe that yesterday this girl was in my arms and swore to me she'd be mine eternally? And yes, Marie's the name of his latest flame. Though I smiled, the tears inside kept on burning. I wished him luck and then he said goodbye. Now he was gone, but still his words cut into me. What else was there for me to do but cry? Now would you believe that yesterday this girl was in my arms and swore to me she'd be mine eternally? And yes, Marie's the name of his latest flame. Marie, 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 what you doing to me, Marie?
Thank you very much. Yeah, that was an Elvis Presley song I bastardized. I tried my best anyway. God will rest his soul. But he's still alive, no he's not. That old classic. Okay. Well, that's what it'll do. I thought it was starting there, but it wasn't. Yeah, yeah. Irish, something Irish. Could you a tattoo? Grboy, Grimoigath. Diddly 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 diddly. What was it saying? Oh yeah. Yeah, I can do an Irish one, yeah. Well, it's the Pogues. I suppose they're Irish, aren't they? Well, they are all right. No, do it. Yeah, this is a song by the Pogues. They're definitely Irish. And it's kind of an Irish feel to it, so it's really nice. I have better teeth than he does, obviously.
One summer evening, drunk to hell, I sat there nearly lifeless. An old man in the corner sang where the water lilies grow. And on the jukebox Johnny sang about a thing called love. And it's how are you, kid, and what's your name, and how would you bloody know? In blood and death, 'neath the screaming sky, I lay down on the ground, and the arms and legs of other men were scattered all around. Some cursed, some prayed, then cursed, then prayed and bled some more. And the only thing that I could see was a pair of brown eyes that was looking at me. But when we got back, labeled parts 1 to 3, there was no pair of brown eyes waiting for me. And a roving, I'll go. And a roving, I'll go. And a roving, I'll go. For a pair of brown eyes, for a pair of brown eyes. I looked at him, he looked at me. All I could do was hate him, while Ray and Philomena sang of my elusive dream. I saw the streams, the rolling hills, where his brown eyes were waiting. And I thought about a pair of brown eyes that waited once for me. So drunk to hell, I left the place, sometimes crawling, sometimes walking. A hungry sound came across the breeze, so I gave the walls a talking. And I heard the sounds of long ago from the old canal. And the birds were whistling in the trees, where the wind was gently laughing. And a roving, I'll go. And a roving, I'll go. And a roving, I'll go. For a pair of brown eyes, for a pair of brown eyes. And a roving, I'll go. And a roving, I'll go. And a roving, I'll go. For a pair of brown eyes, for a pair of brown eyes.
Yeah, it's Irish. Probably one of the few songs I sing in kind of my own accent, actually. Weird. Suppose we should try Mike's Bunker, shouldn't we? Fuck it. It's a song I wrote about Mike, who's absolutely off his head. I mean, mad. He's mad, paranoid, crazy man. And I'm even worse because he's my manager. So what does that say about me? Yeah, this is Mike's Bunker. Oh, the juxtaposition of it all. He's the king of reality in a jackstone state of mind. He bets a pair that's in his hand. He wants three of a kind. Stares out the window, past the trees and into air. Wish himself across the world somewhere. Conspiracies in Texas, conspiracies at home. He can't leave the recliner, paranoia's on the phone. Out of position, short stacked under the gun. They had you on the turn, but now the river come you for one. And life goes doop 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 doop. Now there's enemies on the doorstep with the Snodgrass maneuver. It's a real chronic state of affairs. Need to show these people here who really is the loser. Losing faith, but Mike, he really cares. Now he cares about the planet, cares about the birds and trees. He cares about his dwindling grass, but doesn't care who sees. Waiting for the tribulation, planning for his hibernation. Dig that bunker faster, boys, 'cause death is on the breeze. And life goes doop 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 doop. Yeah, first the second coming, then alien invasion. Lastly is a past that's oh so far away. You live and then you die, laughs but never cries. Did the job but never got the pay. And Mike goes doop 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 doop. Yeah yeah doop 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 doop. They had me on the turn, but now the river's come, I'm done. Mike's Bunker. Because what Mike wants to do actually is dig a bunker in his back garden, put it in so when it, so when it all turns to, when everything, yeah, his back garden, his backyard, sorry. Of course, it'll never happen. Crazy. Legally. It's okay, Gene knows some people. Dodgy. Okay. Anybody any requests? Anything that I would know? Am I playing anything you know? She's got a smile and it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories when everything was as fresh as a bright blue sky. Now and then when I see her face, it takes me away to that special place. And if I stayed too long, I'd probably break down and cry. Whoa.
Oh, 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 sweet love of mine. She's got eyes of the bluest skies, as if they thought of rain. I'd hate to look into those eyes and see an ounce of pain. Her hair reminds me of a warm, safe place where as a child I'd hide and pray for the thunder and the rain to quietly pass me by. Oh, 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 sweet child of mine. Oh, 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 sweet love of mine. Oh, 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 sweet child of mine. Oh, 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 sweet love of mine. Where do we go? 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 Say, where do we go? Where do we go? Say, where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? Say, where do we go? Child of mine. Thank you very much. Yeah, lovely audience. Sorry? Accent. Yeah, maybe Irish, but not ginger. Yeah, I'm gonna do another Ray LaMontagne song. I love him. Love him, love him. Trouble's been wrong in my soul since the day I was born. Worry, 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 worry just will not seem to leave my mind alone. But I've been saved by a woman. I've been saved by a woman. I've been saved by a woman. She won't let me go. She won't let me go now. She won't let me go. She won't let me go now. Trouble, oh, trouble, 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 trouble. Feels like every time I get back on my feet, she come around and knock me down again. Worry, oh, worry, 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 worry. Sometimes I swear it feels like this worry is my only friend. But I've been saved by a woman. I've been saved by a woman. I've been saved by a woman. She won't let me go. She won't let me go now. She won't let me go. She won't let me go now. Oh, yeah. Oh, she good to me now. She give me love and affection. She good to me now. She give me love and affection. I said I love her. I said I love her. I said I love her. I said I love. She good to me now. She good to me. She good to me. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah, this is a song called the. Three more. Okay, no problem. Well, actually, I'll just leave it to the end then, Richard, now that you say that. Okay. I know it sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain. Girl, I'm leaving here tomorrow. Seems to me, girl, you know I've done all I can. You see, I beg, stole, and I borrow. Yeah. Ooh, that's why I'm easy. Yeah, I'm easy like Sunday morning. Yeah, that's why I'm easy. Easy like Sunday morning. Why in the world would anybody put chains on me? I've paid my dues to make it. And everybody wants me to be what they want me to be. And I'm not happy when I try to fake it. Yeah. Ooh, that's why I'm easy. Yeah, I'm easy like Sunday morning. That's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning. I wanna be high, so high. I wanna be free to know the things I do are right. I wanna be free, just me. Yeah, I'm easy like Sunday morning. Yeah, that's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, a couple more songs, and I think Paula will be up next. The lovely Paula. Okay. It's a song by a hero of mine. Never to cause you any sorrow, never to cause you any pain. I only wanted one time to see you laughing. I only want to see you laugh in the purple rain, purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. I only want to see you, babe, in the purple rain. I never wanted to be your weekend lover. Yeah, I only wanted to be some kind of friend. Yeah, baby, I can never steal you from another. It's such a shame our friendship had to end. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. I only want to see you underneath the purple rain. Honey, I know times are changing. Yeah, it's time we want to reach out for something new. That means you too. You say you want a leader, you can't seem to make up your mind. I think you better close it. Let me guide you through the purple rain, purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Only wanna see you in the purple rain. Ooh. Ooh. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This is my last song. It's a song called The Storm. It's off our second album. It's my favorite. It's pretty apt for this sort of weather, eh? Yeah, we brought the weather with us, so sorry, I have to apologise. We did bring the weather with us from Ireland.
I thought we'd give it the slip at Chicago, but no, it just followed us all the way down. Let me take this opportunity to tell you that I'm playing every Friday in Maggie Mays. That's from 6 till 9ish. This Friday as well, I'm in Flipnotics from 9ish onwards. And every Sunday in Mother Egan's for brunch from 12 to 3. So if you want to join me, yeah, feel free. Free country. Oh, yes, Stubbs. Oh, I didn't mention Stubbs. The most important one. Yeah, I'm doing Stubbs. I'll be playing Stubbs with an empty head. Yeah, Stubbs on the 19th of July. I'll have bass and drums as well, so it'll sound a bit fuller. And yeah, so I'm on at 9 o'clock on the inside in Stubbs. So it'd be lovely to see everybody there. We have CDs to give away to let you remember that we're in the 19th in Stubbs. So if you see me or the other bold fella, the bold Irish fella, Mike, he'll give you a CD. Yeah, this song's called The Storm.
The wind is blowing harder now than I have seen in years. My baby's gone away again, away to hide her tears. The sky is getting darker now, the moonlight's all but gone, and all that's left for me to do is lose myself in song. 'Cause there's a storm coming across your eyes, and if I ever see your face again, I would surely die. Now I can't stop the rain tonight, but I wanna give you shelter. Instead I lie alone without you, and howl just like this weather. The sky's so black and empty now, without the fragrant moon. And all that's left in me to do is never done too soon. 'Cause there's a storm coming across your eyes, and if I ever see your face again, I would surely die. 'Cause there's a storm coming across your eyes, and if I ever see your face again, I would surely die. And if I only knew, would it change anything at all? If I can just pull through, will this change anything
Thank you very much, folks. You've been a fantastic audience. I'll be sticking around if you want to buy me a drink or anything, you know. So thank you very much. Good night, folks. Follically challenged. That's the one. Couple more, you say? All right.